And welcome to Tuesday Tidbits here with Metro Brokers. Today, I'm delighted to have Gerald Biesboer, Jerry Biesboer, on with us. Jerry's been in with Metro Brokers a long time, and he's also got a very special way he became a board of directors member. So welcome to the show, Jerry.
Thanks for having me. Yeah.
So how long you been with Metro then?
It was 18 years in February.
18 years. Wow.
Yep.
And you're now on the board of directors for Metro Brokers?
Yep. Got elected here last go around.
So tell us how that came about. That wasn't something, because you're not a managing broker. You're actually a broker associate, is that right?
Yes, I am. Yep.
So tell us how you kind of came about to being a shareholder and board of director as a broker associate.
You know, like I say, 18 years ago, I got involved with Metro Brokers and just, got involved with things, fundraisers and things that we do. And then I just see people getting on the board, and then it's like, oh, you need to be an owner. You need to be an owner. I said, well, doesn't my vote count? I mean, doesn't my, I'm paying into my dues. I said, I'm 18 years now with them, and it's just like maybe 3 years ago, I was able to purchase it as an associate, and then I had to wait 2 years as a what do you call it?
It's kind of a vetting process as a shareholder. You have to be involved for 2 years before you can be voted onto the board.
Yep. So then, and I just kept, I kept saying to all the board members that were involved, I've said to you and other board members and past presidents, how come I can't? How come I can't? And then they came up with that solution here, like say 3 years ago, and they opened it up for a short window of opportunity for associates to buy a share and get involved, and that's what I took advantage of, because I was always raising my hand, and now I'm on the board.
So what does it mean for you to be on the board of directors for Metro? I mean,
I obviously I see something. I'm here 18 years, so I think I can help grow our company, and by having a vote now on what's going to help grow the company, and I think other associates who will see the same thing I saw will get involved, and they'll go ahead and become shareholders now, and they'll get more involved, and then I think we can grow. I think we might have been stumping ourselves. We had really good associates that just weren't like myself. I never looked to be an owner. I mean, I'm quite pleased where I'm at, and like I said, 18 years in the same company as well as Metro Brokers. So I saw the benefit of jumping on board as an associate shareholder.
Got it. So that brings up an important issue we'll be voting on here at the shareholders meeting in October, and that is we're basically going to allow all members to have an equal vote in Metro Brokers. So what are your feelings on that?
Like I said, I think that's what I was looking for 15 years ago. When I probably started, seeing the interest of becoming a shareholder, and just kept saying, pushing for it. And I think by getting more people involved, I think it's going to get more people verbally out there selling the brand. Agents, who better to sell Metro Brokers than the agents?
Right. Well, we're like about 50-50 right now. So our membership's at kind of half shareholders and half what you would call non-shareholders, which are mostly broker associates. That's who the non-shareholders traditionally have been. Yeah.
Well, if you look at what the whole makeup of Metro Brokers is, it's to be your own company in a way, and that's what grows the company and the way the shares used to work. Now you can grow the associates can grow within the company that they're involved with, and I really think our numbers will go up because of it. And I think you'll see more involvement in it. I think people will see the value of our brand, and because where else can you go? And like back when I was with the Remax or Coldwell Banker, I didn't have a say.
Right.
I could complain.
Yeah.
I could ask, but I never had a say. Now I think that's really important for someone who's trying to grow a business in real estate.
Well, we're hoping that all the shareholders agree that that's really something we can move forward with. Yeah. Bringing in other, really, I think, revolutionizing the company.
Yeah.
Years ago, it was strongly a shareholder-based. You had to be an office broker manager, and
exactly.
I think we've talked about it. My $118 spends the same as your $118.
Yes, exactly. That's what I've said back when I was starting at $80. You know what I mean? And I think we get a lot of bang for our buck. You know what I mean? I think we could sell the fact that come join us. You've got a say. You can help grow the company. you know, help grow the brand and get more signs out there.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we within a 2 or 3 year period, we could actually have our first president or president-elect at Metro Brokers who's really a broker associate. That's something that's really unique. That's never happened.
Yeah, yep. Because like I said, we got some. I mean, you know it, out there doing the business we're doing right now. We're seeing some great young people getting into business, and I can see their energy taking this thing to the next level.
Yeah, that's what we're really hoping for. Is we've had people run for the board of directors before where we've only really had 1 or 2 people vying for a position. I mean,
right.
Which it seems kind of sad. But so we're really hoping that the fact that we could get all members involved, that people would want to be involved in basically the running of the company. Well, that's one issue that's going to be on the ballot. We've got a couple. The second issue we'll be putting on the ballot is reducing the size of an office from 6 down to a minimum of 1. That you would only have to have 1 person open up an office, and that we've made the compliance with other offices a lot simpler too. We're simply saying if you're a 1, 2, 3 person team or company out there, that you can now open up an office in executive suites or some professional office environment and become involved in Metro Brokers. So what are your feelings on that as far as moving from the 6 broker down to the 1 broker minimum?
I think that helps us compete with other offices, because that's what you're seeing other offices doing. People, doing that, the smaller boutique offices. I think the fact that you plant the seed with 1 agent, it could only grow from there.
Yeah.
And again, it all falls back to that associate getting more involved, and then the broker of that little 1-man office becomes 2, and then they become 3, and those 3 find 3. And I think we can see our numbers grow. That I'd love to see here within the next, like I say, 2 years. Doubling what we've got right now.
Right. Yeah. See, the 6 broker minimum is another shareholder vote. That's actually in the articles, and so that'll have to be voted on with the other issue, which is allowing all members in the Metro Brokers organization to have an equal vote, basically in what we do as far as operations and procedures. Any feedback on kind of our cost constraints? I think a lot of people don't know out there. If they haven't already, we've tried to confine our costs into the labor and employee costs, the building facilities cost, admin costs, and then the 4th bucket is marketing and brand.
Yeah, the 4th bucket is the big one. That's the one where all our energy and our dollars should be spent. So I think our $118 is well spent. If you come from, or you're thinking about going to another place, your costs are a lot more. And you don't get a say. So if you start putting all those things together, I think we're building a good model here.
Right.
So the fact that the biggest percentage of our bucket number 4, as you called it, that's what I'm seeing, and I'm seeing it on Channel 2. I'm seeing it on the billboards. I'm seeing it on the trains. I'm seeing it more.
Yeah.
It's amazing how much more brand that we're seeing out there. And I actually have clients saying, "Hey, I saw your commercial." Like that stop sign one with the kid driving and stuff. They all love that.
Yeah, two things for me today. I saw the billboard up in Greeley, because I had an appointment up there.
Yep.
And I caught our train coming back I-25, down I-25. There's our train.
Yeah.
So pretty amazing. I saw another brand on a billboard, and I saw Frank Azar. He's on all the billboards. So I mean, if people really knew what billboards cost, and you see how many Frank Azar has.
Yep.
You'll realize that there's a lot of money in law, especially litigation law.
Exactly. No, but it's nice. It's nice to see our dollars well spent now.
Yeah. Can you explain a little bit? We're talking about a Tabor, kind of our own personal Tabor venue with our bylaws as far as what we can and can't increase on the costs.
Well, what we're trying to make a fixed cost is, like I say, is the building, is our payroll. Our utilities and things like that. Those are just fixed costs. So anything we could possibly, if we got an extra 10 cents, it's going in bucket number 4. It's going to get more advertisement. And then people have, in the last couple of tidbits, you've had Ike on here too. It's like, kudos out to Ike, who gets us some great pricing, and that dollar goes a long way. I mean, we'd have to double our monthly fees, or maybe even more, for what Ike is even doing for us in the bucket number 4. So I'm loving the fact that yes, we do not want to find, we get a few bucks ahead. We're not going to go ahead and go from silver to gold. We're just going to keep advertising.
Well, I've been with Metro 20 plus years. We've always had at least 3 people at corporate. This is the first time ever Perry is the sole operator down at Metro Brokers Corporate, and I haven't noticed. In fact, I've noticed a much streamlined effect. I mean, essentially, the executive committee now truly executive committee meets every Monday or every other Monday. Are us, not outside people. We actually run the organization, working with the board of directors. So you're really seeing a very short path from an inception of an idea to implementation of an idea.
Yeah, and I'd like to thank the fellow board members and executive members that are doing that, because that's all on a volunteer basis.
Right.
They're giving up their time to help grow this. They all have a passion for this company. That's why you see, I'm 18 years in it, and I'm just now getting involved on the board. You've been in 20 plus years, and you've been on and off the board. A lot of people that I've known through Metro Brokers, even before I became a Metro Broker, were on the board. And it's a great organization. And I would say right now, it's like the minute we pull some more associates in who are voting, like I said, you're going to see. I think you can see our board grow. I think we'll have more board members. I think we'll have more people out there doing some more volunteer work, getting our name out there. It boils down to number one thing: getting our stop signs out there in the yards.
Yeah, our singular goal, our 2-year goal is shooting for the 800 member mark.
Yep.
So 800 members basically will yield us, based on our cost expenditures right now on a flat line, will be well over $1 million spent a year on all forms of marketing, from outdoor, indoor,
that's awesome,
TV, digital, social media. Got a big social media person we just hired. And so that's going to be kind of going in place for the rest of the year.
Yeah, and it's like brings to mind too. It's like people aren't taking advantage of that too. We'll have that. People aren't taking advantage of the website. They're not using their website to the fullest. Take advantage of that $118 what it pays for. Because it's only going to get better. And you're saying with 800 people, I think all of a sudden, as we keep growing this, I can see it being more. So if we go 900 people, that's just that much more going into that bucket number 4 in our advertisement. Like I said, we're not going to go ahead and buy new furniture for the office. We're going to put that extra income right back into bucket number 4 and just keep marketing and just growing our market share of this Denver market and Colorado Springs market, Greeley market. Just keep growing.
Yeah.
And that's what that marketing bucket's going to do for us. I'm excited.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Jerry.
Thank you, guys.
And I also want to remind all the people out there, we have an advisory meeting every month, basically. Yeah. So advisory is going over where we spend our money, how we spend our money. You get to meet with Ike and the marketing committee, any education stuff, but we need more participation from our members. This is really a member-owned and run organization, and it's super critical that we get some people involved. I know a lot of people are involved in the Realtor Association, but some of you should probably take some time to get involved in Metro Brokers, just like Jerry has. I mean, he's given up his time and went through the exercise of actually running for the board and having to commit himself, and we're glad he's on the board. It just everyone brings a very unique perspective. Hey, and don't forget, any questions, any feedback you'd like to give us, any ideas, you can send those into info, that's info at metrobrokerscorp.com. Love to hear from you, love your feedback. A lot of the things that we've been implementing right now are in fact direct ideas of this membership that's run by membership. So,
well, thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
You bet. All right, until next Tuesday, we'll see everyone on Tuesday Tidbit Talks. Thanks, guys.